Welcome to WNL Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with wrestling coach Nathan Shearer, men's basketball player Devin Kearns, and men's swimmer Sam Childress. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington Indley athletics. The men's and women's swimming teams both won the inaugural WNL Invitational, with Emily Hedgebeck and Allie McQueen posting NCAA B-cut times for the women. Track and field opened the season at Roanoke's Bass Prager Invitational. On the men's side, Chet Sims won the pole vault, and Mackenzie Leroy broke the school record in the 3,000 meters, while Julia Moody led the women's team with a first-place finish in the 3,000. Men's basketball downed Ferrum 82-58 for its fourth straight win. Women's hoops dropped its first two home games of the year, falling 77-53 to NYU, and then losing a 53-52 heartbreaker to Stevenson. And wrestling claimed sixth-place winners and came in 7th overall at the Ohio Northern Invitational. Joining me now is wrestling coach Nathan Shearer. Nathan, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jeremy.
The invite at Ohio Northern was your fourth regular season event. What's the prognosis on WNL through the first month of the regular season?
Well, if we look back and compare ourselves to previous events and last year's, the needle is definitely moving forward as we compete against the national level teams, have increased the number of place winners and matches won at every event this year. Still looking for that big signature win, but we're doing all the things. We're right there and just need to keep closing the gap on some of these top level teams.
Over the past couple of seasons, you've sent 3 wrestlers to the national meet. Last year, you had a winning record in dual meets. You placed 4th at the Centennial Conference Championship. How have those successes helped as you continue to build up the program?
To be honest, probably more than the coaching. I mean, the better you do at something or are at something, the better people that you attract, and it really helps when you're training and competing on the weekends. Starting to attract those guys that, it's a major part of their life is wrestling and competing in national tournaments throughout high school, and now seeing Washington Lee's opportunity to where other guys are doing well on the national level.
The Generals have a couple of big home events on the horizon. You host the Washington Lee Duels on December 18th. The Jim Kreitzer Invitational is coming up in early January. What's in store for Washington Lee at those events?
They're 2 fantastic events. The December 18th Duels, we have 13 teams coming from 8 states. A host of top 20 teams in the country will be here. And the Kreitzer Invitational is just always a special event named after Jim Kreitzer, who passed away a few years ago. And so that's always just a real special invitational that we'll always compete in.
Looking way ahead, the Centennial Conference Championships will take place in Lexington in February. What are the advantages to hosting the conference meet?
Well, anytime we get to host an event, it's a lot of resources on campus, administratively, athletically, but it's always really good to kind of showcase the hospitality and how our university does when they put an event together. It's always top notch, and I think our guys feed off that, and being at home and friends and family can easily attend. It just adds up to we're really projecting and hoping for a really great event for our team.
Nathan, thanks for joining us. Good luck throughout the year.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Here with me now is Sam Childress, junior swimmer from Springfield, Illinois. Sam, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Washington Lee won the first ever WNL Invitational this past weekend. How pleased were you with the team's performance at the event?
I was very pleased. I thought it was great to be able to compete here at home instead of traveling, and I think it definitely gave us an edge over the other teams that were present.
WNL seems to have a very balanced roster. You've got a healthy contingent of swimmers from every class year. What's the chemistry been like for the team in 2017 so far?
It's been excellent. Our seniors have placed a lot of emphasis this year on bonding as a team regardless of class year. And I think that has benefited the team a lot in terms of performance as well as just general camaraderie.
The Generals' next regular season event will not take place until January. What's the training regimen going to be like during the midseason break?
It's definitely going to be upped in terms of difficulty, which is something I think we're all looking forward to. We have our training trip coming up, which is always a great time, both in terms of bonding with the team and to put in some good quality training.
The January schedule features a handful of dual meets. How will those prepare you for the ODAC Championship?
It'll give us the chance to get up and race frequently, which is always like a skill that needs to be polished in swimming, and then serves you well when you in turn compete at the end of the season.
Sam, thanks for joining us. Best of luck with the rest of the year.
Thanks for having me here.
With me in the studio is Devin Kearns, junior basketball player from Cibolo, Texas. Devin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Saturday's victory over Ferrum was the 4th straight win for Washington Lee. What's been clicking for the Generals?
Well, we started off the year 0-2, and after those 2 losses, we kind of made an adjustment and kind of really got more comfortable in the system and had our chemistry started working out, and everything just started, I don't know, just started clicking. It's hard to explain what happened. We got comfortable in the system. Everyone's bought in. We started playing defense a little bit harder. That was an issue in the first game, but everything's starting to meld together, and we're still growing from here. We're not close to near where we need to be, but we're off to a good start.
The system that you mentioned from your new head coach, Chris McHugh, is very much up-tempo.
Yeah.
The Generals are averaging over 86 points per game. How comfortable are you and your teammates with playing that style of basketball?
Oh, very comfortable. He talks about the weapons that we have all the time and the talent that we have, and it's true. Like, we have guys who can drive to the basket, we have guys who can shoot from anywhere on the floor, and we have the best big man in the league with Clayton. So we have weapons from anywhere that can score from anywhere on the floor. And the type of style that we play gives us a lot of freedom to use our talent and to do whatever we can to make plays or help our teammates make plays and make plays for our teammates.
WNL is 2-0 in the ODAC for the first time in almost 30 years. You've still got the vast majority of the conference schedule in front of you, but how can you build off of this early success?
Yeah, there's a lot that we can still do. It's very early in the season, like you said, and we're not nearly where we need to be, and it'll be interesting to see how much better we can get. It's my first year playing under Coach McHugh. It's my first year in the system, so I don't have a clear vision of what a perfect system looks like yet, but I'm excited to see what it looks like, and I know we're not there yet.
WNL will not play another ODAC game until January. With that in mind, how important are the non-conference games that you've got coming up?
Oh, they're extremely important. The ODAC teams have different styles of offenses, different styles of defenses, and the out-of-conference games are important because they teach us how to play against the different styles and to make these certain adjustments that we need to make. And then it also just builds chemistry, and you're getting on the floor, you're playing, you're getting better. So by the time the conference games rolls around, you're ready to play, you're playing your best basketball, you have the most chemistry, you're making shots, you're playing hard on defense, you're getting rebounds, you're more bought in and focused on what you need to do.
Devin, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the year.
Thank you.
For WNL Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching, and happy holidays.